Hi. Marc Daniel Nelson here with MakeMineMusic. Today I want to talk about something that I've been getting a couple emails regarding, and it's what's in my rack. I'm going to do a handful of these videos over the course of the next month or so, but today I want to show you specifically my Tegeler Audio Raumzeitmaschine. Now this is a reverb box that I can tell you that sounds like nothing out there. If I could put into words, I would probably put cosmic. This is cool on many levels. One is it sounds nothing like anything that I can put my mind to. It sounds almost like a melting pot of three of my favorite types of reverb, which is a chamber, a plate, and a spring. Now, it really doesn't sound like any of them by themselves, but the elements that I like about a spring, the kind of resonance part, I can hear it in this reverb. The plate sound that I like, which is this kind of metallic sound, it does it sometimes. And then the chamber, which is almost like you can hear the element of the speaker, it does it too. It's really weird, and it's super, super unique. And that's why I would say that it's probably one of the most unique sounding reverbs, if not the most unique sounding reverb of the last 20 years. Because I can't think of anything in the plugin world or outside of it that does this specifically. Now, if you see, it's got all these controls that are completely automated and will control the actual hardware. So I'm going to go and dive into a song that I have. It's a personal song of mine that I wrote about a year ago that I only use this reverb on. And I want to show you through the guitars, through the drums, through the vocals, why it's super important to the way I mix. Tegeler Audio is really neat because they make really innovative products that doesn't really sound like other things out there. On top of it, they have these digital control plugins that you can control it, and it will literally automate like a robot, the hardware. The cool thing on the reverb is that I can automate the density, the decay, the size, the pre-delay, the input, the bypass, or the mix knob at any moment. And by doing that and opening it up, I can work on multiple different sessions and always following and tracking to that project. Let's just go in it. I'm not going to really talk too much about like what each thing does. I'm not sure what the density does versus the decay versus the size. Now, it should mean size is bigger, but it doesn't work like that. So the decay should mean that it goes longer, but it doesn't work like that. Same as the density. Destiny, I'm your density. What? I'm going to screw around with it after I play the track, but I want to play it in the mix. So listen to the guitar space, listen to the vocal space, listen to the reverb on the snare, all these little elements that are creating the sound. And the cool thing about this uniqueness of the reverb is that I can't get it on any other thing.
Straightforward, it's all I ever wanted for you. And in the daylight, I know you want me so cold. Believing it's never hard to do it. It isn't hard to do, but you get so high.
First things first. Huge. Dark. Metallic. Springy. Like, kind of... It's weird. I'm going to show you little tracks here and there, and I'm going to bring up the reverb so you can really hear it, but it's just super unique. Let's open this up and see what it sounds like with the guitar. I take the density off versus it full on. Super unique. Let's go back and pull it back a little bit on the size. See how it has a little more metallic sound now? Cool. Let's go to the Mellotron part and see what was put onto it. See, it's a lot more velvety and smooth than the guitar. It's almost like a delay feedback where it's kind of regenerate. I don't even know how to explain it. Really cool. Let me reset this and move on. Let's hear the snare through it. It sounds like I took the under snare to get a little more mid-range instead of the top. That's cool. It's weird. Size seems to make things brighter. You know, I've had this for a while, and playing with it has always been weird because depending on the song, it's going to make me feel like I actually have to change certain elements about it. The size is not necessarily size as much as it seems like it's brightening the element. Super cool. So this is where it's cool. In the size guide, because of whatever the transient it's adding to it, if you start screwing around with the size while it's going, if you automate it, it's going to create that sound. Ooh. You can just start really experimenting and get literally as crazy as you need to be with trying to create your own custom sounds. Let me solo the pianos, the vocal, and the acoustic guitar, and let's listen to what my voice is doing to it and see what I've got.
And in the dark, girl, you got me looking down. I'm hell-bent and tortured through my sleeping gown.
Let me try the pre-delay.
Believing it's never hard to do it. It isn't hard to do, but you get so high. I saw you running through a window pane. It was all a dream.
Let's put it in the track.
And in the dark, girl, you got me looking down. I'm hell-bent and tortured through my sleeping gown.
Let me solo my vocal for a second and just listen to what it's doing with the decay.
I'm hell-bent and tortured through my sleeping gown.
Super cool.
Believing it's never hard to do it. It isn't hard to do, but you get so...
What am I eating? Cheetos? I don't remember what I was doing when I was recording that, but it sounds like I'm eating Cheetos or something. What I wanted to do was show you one piece of gear that I use outside of the computer. I don't believe that you have to get outboard gear and expensive gear to make music. I do believe that you should go and find unique pieces of outboard equipment to be creative and make you inspired to create cool music. This specific box I've been a big fan of for a couple years, and it's always delivered a unique character that I can't get any other way, regardless of if it's in the box, out of the box, real room, plate, spring. It does one thing and it does it really, really good. Enjoy yourself, be creative. Find something creative this week that inspires you to do something you wouldn't have done last week, and have fun.
Without you trying